It is absolutely pissing it down. Oh, but I am having so much fun. Oh, this is what trail running's about.
That was such a good run. Horrendous weather, like torrential rain, thunder, like the trails were super slippy, like fell over multiple times, like horrendous weather for trail running, but I just ran along with the most childish grin on my face the whole time. And it's funny because I spent like most of the winter with like mild anxiety about trail running, and then my first run, my first proper trail run of the year was just amazing, just pure joy. And the anxiety wasn't anything too bad, it's just like went for a run in Spain last summer and got chased down the road by a pretty scary farm dog. And so like every time I went trail running I couldn't really relax. But over the last like 2-3 months I've been training for my first 100 miler, the South Downs Way 100. So I've been spending pretty much every weekend 3 to 5 hours out on the trails. And I realised last weekend that anxiety is now like completely gone, and I'm quickly remembering how much I love being out on the trails for hours at a time, and why I love ultramarathons so much. Like there are elements of trail running that I enjoy, like the mixed terrain, adventure and exploration, not having to worry about pacing, how fast I'm going. Like I know that I can get to a hill and I can walk up it if it's too steep, or I can get to like a beautiful view, stop to take a photo. Like I'm not worrying about the effort, I'm not worrying about the exercise benefits, I'm just out there enjoying being on the trails. But the thing that I've really missed is that feeling when trail running becomes like effortless and you're just going for hours on end, just switching off and enjoying it. And so like with my 100 miler, I know I'm not going to run it fast. So with my long runs, as I've extended the distance each week, I've actually been dialing back the pace. So my long runs on a Sunday have started to become more and more comfortable. And I love that feeling of going out and running for hours on end and it just feeling like completely effortless. Like a couple of weeks ago I did a 4.5 hour trail run, went on the Clarendon Way, did an hour and back. When I got to the end of it, I kind of felt fresh. Like I felt like I could go for like hours on end more. And this 4.5 hours of running, but it just felt amazing. It was like beautiful weather, and I was just covering the ground well. It did not feel like a 4.5 hour run. The time just flew by.
Oh well.
And like I love ultramarathons because you run like this until it does get hard. And then you've got this big exciting payoff at the end where you cross the finish line, you do something that you've not done before, you run a distance you've never done before. But I think I love training for ultramarathons more than running them. Like just going out on your own for hours on end, running across beautiful trails is just special.
I just saw my first person. I've been running for an hour and 40 minutes. That's something that's really hard to comprehend. Oh, it's crazy. Oh.
And like I think I've got a video on YouTube from last summer where I did a 6-hour training run. It was for the Serpent Trail 100k. I just went out, ran 3 hours out on the South Downs Way and 3 hours back. And that kind of run where it's not an event, I'm not stressing about how long it's going to take me or the time or the distance, the pace. I'm just going out running for 6 hours. It makes me so happy. Like I can't even describe how happy it makes me. And so like next weekend I'm running the South Downs Way 100, my first 100 miler. Like it's a pretty terrifying distance to run. I'm probably going to spend 24 hours out on the trails. And so like with all big events, like I'll get to the start line and I'll be nervous, my heart rate will be higher than it normally is. There's that stress. And so early in the race I'm going to try and get to that headspace that I get on my long Sunday runs where I'm just going out, keeping it super easy, super comfortable. You know, I just want to get into a place where I can switch off and enjoy the run. I don't want it to turn into this stressful race where I'm worrying about times. And I think if I can do that, I'm just going to have the best day. That's what I'm aspiring to.